Can we keep doing those bloopers and daily recaps? Yeah, why not? How many use those bags under your eyes for grocery shopping? You know, I'm gonna start laughing in about 3, 2, never mind. What Jaime loves, drinking. What Jaime hates, jet lag. And I think I'm not the only one in that department. All right, we read your comments. We know you wanted this back, so here we go again. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and this is our Pocketnow Daily Recap for last week. On Monday, the news were about some very interesting renders of the HTC 10 that looked a lot like a Nexus. We do believe that these were just made on Reddit, but we asked you, would you like for the future Nexus smartphones made by HTC to keep the HTC 10 design? We had 587 comments for that. HTC plus Nexus, take my money. And, you know, I do believe that if that combination comes back, just like in the case of the Nexus 1, it would be a great combo. It would just depend on the implementation. I feel that the 10's hardware is amazing. We just have to see what the Nexus will look like, because Google does dib a little in that. HTC Nexus without sense looks nonsense. You know, it's funny, when I read your comment at first, I was like, no, you're wrong. But then again, yes. I do love that combo that was made with HTC Sense and stock Android applications. I do believe that this launcher looks better, but then again, that's my opinion. I would like another company to do the next Nexus, Sony for example. A lot of people would like Sony to try into the Nexus. We don't know why both these companies don't work together. And it's just funny, it's hilarious how Sony does Android phones, but you notice that their relationship with Google is like really bad, up to the point where you don't see any Sony products anywhere that has to do with Google. It's just like if they're just using the OS for themselves, and that hasn't really paid that off that well. Tuesday, the topic was the LG G5 Friends. I asked you, are you getting the new LG G5? Mainly because of its friends. We had 287 comments. If I had the G5, I would only buy the DAC. Audio is life, audio is love. You know, I still don't understand why LG built the DAC into the V10 and not the G5. It just doesn't make any sense. The friends are cool, but I really only care about the extra battery, which is awesome. You know, I do care about that extra battery. I love the way it's swappable and everything, but I would love for the battery life on the G5 to be a little better. The only reason not to upgrade to the G5 is because of the next Nexus. We're a little far off for the next Nexus anyways. Wednesday, the topic was the future of Samsung Galaxy smartphone cameras. We saw a few patents over what the company wants to do, and I asked you, what would you like to see in future smartphone cameras? Out of that, we had 341 comments. More megapixels, better low light performance, optical zoom. Yes, I would like all that combination, but I don't think that more megapixels and better low light go together right now. I think that'll take some time. Galaxy S7 camera is the best, but I would love to see better zoom, slower slow-mo, wider lens, option without ugly dual camera design, and also a thermal option. My god, you want that thing to talk to? I want a proper shutter button on Samsung flagships like Lumia's. I would love for every single smartphone camera in the business to do that. Like seriously, I don't care about double tapping the home button or double tapping the volume button or double swiping to the bottom. It's ridiculous. Just add an extra button. If you want to make smartphone cameras about smartphone cameras, you have to add a button. It's necessary. On Thursday, the topic was Microsoft's quarter results. We talked about how bad the company was in smartphones, how good it was doing in tablets, and I asked you, what kept you away from getting a Lumia smartphone this year now that we do have flagships? We had 538 comments. Look at an S7 and you'll understand why people forgot about Lumias. Yeah, I kind of get it. Because there is literally no reason to buy Windows Phone over an iPhone or Android phone. You make a compelling point. There is no real benefit in owning a Lumia. You know, the operating system is stagnated, there are no applications that are relevant. The ones that were are slowly leaving the platform, and it just stops being compelling. What's the point about going for a Microsoft phone if even Microsoft forgets about its own platform? Old hardware is better than the new ones, so is software. I really miss Windows Phone 7 and 8. My god, I really miss Windows Phone 6. Friday, the topic was the Galaxy Note 6. We heard about some prototypes. Some of these had a larger battery, but then I asked you in the questions, would you prefer a replaceable battery or a larger battery in the next Galaxy Note 6? We had 919 comments. We did a removable leather back on the Note 6 with a metal frame. Best phone, period. We had faux leather on the Note 4. That didn't work. It was a replaceable battery. It wasn't popular, but I do think it was because of the quality of the aluminum and the chamfers, which looked terrible over time. So yeah, why not? Why not pull a Galaxy Note 6 with the Galaxy Note 5 design and just add the removable back? That would make a lot of sense. If only there was a way to make your battery come out of the unibody metal and glass phone. LG breathes heavily. Yeah, that would be awesome. It would be awesome for a company to figure out what LG did, but with a, better sort of hardware design. The problem with the G5 wasn't really even the design, it was totally the choice for design materials. The phone just didn't really feel premium. Bigger battery, even if it makes the phone a little thicker. That is the compelling point about smartphones for the longest time. Companies continue wanting to go thin and light, and then users don't even care about how thin and light is. True, we have to remember how thick phones were about 7 years ago, so that made a point years ago. Today we want phones to be more useful over time. So I wouldn't mind the phone becoming thicker, I just want the phone to perform better over time as well, I agree. That's it for the Pocketnow Daily Recap. Thank you very much for watching. A couple of tips if you want your comments to be featured. Number 1, keep them short. Number 2, stick to the point. Number 3, try to get some thumbs up. It helps us spot them a lot easier. You can also follow us on social media and hit that subscribe button down below for more videos like this one. In addition, you can also catch our videos on Vessel, vessel.com/pocketnow. Follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We will see you hopefully next week.